Guys, BLM here. We are back with more Horizon. Probably last episode for tonight, but we're finally going into this area. Which, yeah. And eventually we'll get around the main story quest. Who the fuck knows when, considering how much shit there is here, but let's go. I'm just gonna listen to the podcast because, again, we're just doing side content, so whatever.
And I agree, the whole
Oh, wait, we're doing, I forgot about I did tag
casting
that.
thing, very vindictive.
Let's do that.
It just,
Rub off
it wasn't
post
for
first.
me, and
It should be really quick,
have to say,
obviously.
I didn't find it, fun. I found it just, mean. And to be, sitting there bragging about it, it's kind of I don't love it. And then, I just felt like a lot of the stuff she was saying was just, really, wacky. Really out there, the interviews. And I just feel like a conversation with her might be just a little, I don't know, too much. So, I hope to be proven wrong. I hope that she is, a great competitor and a great player. But to me, it's just, the personality is too much for me in these interviews. So, we'll have to, it's also possible, with everybody, if they're just trying to get up for, initial casting, initial cameras, initial intro, whatever, that's one thing. But if that's really the personality, she might have a tough time with people in the house.
Yeah, it's a great story to tell casting. If I'm applying, I'd be like, listen, so there's this guy that does these live feed updates every morning. His name's Taryn. I want to go on and piss him off. That's what I want to do. And there's this other guy that I do draft with that I know loves the show. I want to get there before. If I say this stuff, I think it could work in my favor. They're like, whoa, okay. If he's willing to do these little things to piss some people off, I can't wait to see what he's willing to do in the house and doing some other stuff.
I don't know. I get the sense you get in the room and you're like, yeah, so I want to be on the show to piss off a guy who covers the live feed. I think that they might be like, all right, we're going to see the next person.
Yeah, listen, it might be a little niche, but if Colmore gets on for the memes, I can get on for you can get on for the memes with Canada, which is nice. Yeah. I do like that. Memes are
they asked Summer about, what's a fact about you that surprises people? She says, I am a homebody. I don't like humans. I like some humans. All right, so that's good.
Some. I think we all like some humans, right? Like everybody?
Mm-hmm. The vibe to me felt like a little bit like fish out of water. I think she seems fantastic outside of the context of Big Brother. In the house, I just don't know how it will translate, especially if she's not super familiar with the show. The most promising thing was what you guys mentioned, which is that she named Paris, Aika, and Gary. If she's binged the show, then I think that will be something. But
I don't think she's the only one that binged the show, and I think that she's probably out of the people that I have left, probably the most exciting as well. So that's why I went ahead and just took the shot.
Team Fun Feed.
She's gonna be fun, 100%. Entertaining. And I agree. There is certainly some room to be like, she's a little crazy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm personally invested in this story.
Okay.
all right.
All right, anything else on Summer?
Let's hope it's a great one.
Yeah.
Marshall and Vera, I heard you were sent to rescue some Tenali thrown into the valley. I'm guessing you must be one of them. Where are the others?
They didn't make it.
I had to fight off several machines just to get Kanala out. The valley was closed months ago for good reason. Machines have gathered in number, as if they're drawn there by something. Not to mention the strange glowing lights off the coast.
The valley is cursed. We never should have gone in.
Vera, you were one of the challengers at the Korut. The one who fired the ballista at the Slitherfang.
And you're the champion who defeated it. Saved the chief's life. Revealed the truth of the visions.
I was just doing what I could to help.
You made quite an impression that day. And despite the carnage, it was the best day of my life. I became a marshal, bore witness to the vision of unity.
You said there are strange lights off the coast.
From an island to the south. They appeared one day out of the blue around the same time the machines moved into the valley. There have also been reports of a streak of light that rises and falls in the sky above the island.
I saw it on the fourth night. A flame that climbed in the sky until it disappeared among the stars.
Is there any way to get to the island?
No. The currents between the island and the shore are too strong. You'd drown for sure.
Oh, it's on an island. I wonder if this has something to do with the Zeniths.
Don't know what any of that's about, but maybe?
If the valley's been off limits for months, why did you go in?
We wanted to run the trial.
The valley is a great test for lowland soldiers. Survive for 10 days and nights. Take down any machine that stands in the way.
Dax had a plan. We'd hunt down each machine one by one until we cleared the valley, earned the clan's respect. But we got separated from Iveka after the third day. Then machines cut us off from the way out. By the time Marshal Avira found us, we were wounded and out of supplies. More machines attacked us as we made our escape. Dax was right behind us, but he couldn't run fast enough.
A lot of machines in one place. Sounds bad. I better look into it. See if I can put a stop to it.
Then I'll come with you. Fight by your side.
No. Better let me take a look first. Trust me, it's for the best.
I guess if you insist. Once you're in the valley, head for the Great Falls and the cliff south of the Metal Devil. The machines seem attracted to those sites.
Got it. Thanks.
We'll rest here a while more, then head for the medic in Falls Edge. Strike true as the 10, Aloy.
Alright.
Much like, go ahead, Darren.
But you know, we're not quite in the summer yet. But
Yeah.
Okay, summer and the
Yeah.
winter, Karen, it's good.
Yeah. Much like the seasons, will summer be short-lived in Canada?
Oh, I did. Oh, somebody just reminded me in the chat. She did say that she would want to be like in a showmance with Arissa Cox. I thought that was funny.
Whoa.
The fromance.
Fromance. So yeah, I did love that. I did love
Yes.
that. So,
That was
Romance is a friend-mance?
as in they both have froze.
Oh, okay.
Sounds
Got
nice,
it.
Josh.
Got it, okay.
So, you know, anybody that will ha-ha and kiki with Alyssa while they're in the diary room casting their vote, like, I just wish more people did that. Like, I would be talking to Julie so hardcore, like, she would be so annoyed with me I was on the show. So, I want to see her do that.
You might talk to Julie. I don't think Julie's going to talk back.
I mean, I'd force her to.
Yeah, Julie'd be like, please cast your vote.
Until you answer me.
Yes.
sorry, I'm on social distancing. I don't
You
care that
can't
you're on the
speak.
screen, but
I'd be like, ooh, Julie, who we voting out tonight, sis? Who do you think I should vote? Who are you casting your vote to evict?
Okay. All right. It's back to me with pick number 12. I'm so pleased with how this turned out.
Do tell.
Because I feel like I played the board amazingly. I knew none
Helena
of you
or
were going
Marty?
to draft
I'm gonna go Marty.
Kevin!
Oh, Kevin.
You're trying to
Kevin-
get brownie points. With
Kevin
The
Jacobs.
audience,
Brownie points with who, Amon?
You're trying to get brownie points.
Kevin, have you upped your Patreon level yet?
Yeah. So you all fell for it. You all got fooled, okay? Kevin did the Dan Giesling, Jordan Parhar. I'm the bad guy. I'm a villain. Listen. All right. Full disclosure. Kevin is an RHAP patron. I don't know him. I've never interacted with him in any way that I know. But I know people who know him and say, this guy's a sweetheart. This guy's not a villain.
The trail.
This guy is wonderful.
Wrote this bridge.
I think this is the long con, and I don't think he's a villain. I don't think he's going to be hated by Canada.
That's fair. That's very fair. I will say, Rob, the audience all night has been thinking this is who they're getting. So, audience, no idea what's going to happen
No.
for you. I've also heard the same things you've heard, Rob. I've heard very good things. I 100% after watching the video, it's like, you're laying it on a little too thick on the villain side. Like, oh, Canada, your favorites, bye-bye. None of them are going to be there anymore. Canada's going to hate me, etc., etc. Now,
Yeah.
I will say, when you look at this cast and try and envision, they're walking in premiere night, I'm a little worried that Kevin will still look like he's up to something.
really is a trial.
And that is my big word.
True.
We talked about glasses Yeah, like I'm a little bit nervous that Kevin might be immediately put into smart, super fan, could be, up to something here. So I think all of that put in, I'm a little worried, but I'm hearing nothing but if you've met him, he's nice, he's great, he's friendly, he's easy to get along with, he'll be fun feeds. So I wish nothing but to be proven wrong. Yeah, I'm still worried.
Look, I'm just saying that, look, this guy walks into casting, he says, I'm going to be, a friendly guy, everybody's going to like me. They're like, all right, get out of here. He's like, hey, did I mention I'm a super villain? Oh, go on.
I hear that, but I think similarly, if this guy walks into the Big Brother house and he's just like, I'm just a nice, normal guy, don't worry about me, they equally will be like, something's wrong. This guy does not get cast if this is who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, points. Certainly, there is, he could be the first person out, but...
You're taking a gamble.
Yeah, there are no gambles at the 12th pick in the 3rd round, okay? They're all equally treacherous. But here, I'm taking a guy...
Current problem. I've got to check out the areas Avira mentioned.
Wait.
South of that Horus on the ridge.
What? This is where the Zenith base is? So this must be like an endgame area then. That's probably why it's like isolated like this. But I didn't even realize we were... Yeah, so is that the Zenith base? Interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll continue listening to this again.
Who knows the show, watches the feeds, knows what he's doing, realizes his threat level, knows what needs to be done. Okay, and that all the stuff that we're worried about, like the stuff that would make Puya say, "Hey, I'll eat 200 nuggets if this guy wins," I think that he's putting on for the camera. I don't think that's really who he is.
I have a question, Darren. Can you verify that whatever pictures on their bbcan.com house guest page, that's the memory wall picture? Because everyone else's picture's just the face. Kevin's got this. Kevin's got
is he the pretty boys?
I mean, it's worrisome, Rob. Look at it. That's mastermind picture.
That goes up on the wall. He's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
I mean, do we know anything about the validity of that picture that was circulating around?
What picture?
There appeared to be a bit of a...
Like a stat on his bio. Yeah, I had gotten that presented to me. I think that there had been a telephone game with that, but there was a photo that was that somebody did a screen grab where it said on the Big Brother Canada website that they updated his stats that said he had 1 nomination. Correct, Amon?
Yes.
But then I think then somebody else found one that somebody else had won 15 veto cups.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah,
don't believe anything.
Listen, why am I not on?
Yeah, I was just posing questions.
You think Global is updating the website that when the season is on?
Hey, I mean, last year when Ethan got his ass up out of there, they snipped him real quick and put Kevin right up in there. So somebody's got their finger on the dial. Okay, so we'll I was just asking.
Certain that there is a non-zero, at least double-digit chance that he is the first person at the game on Thursday. But if he can, get his feet under him a little bit, the guy knows what to do.
So number one, I did appreciate in the interview when they were like, why should Canada root for you? And he was like, well, I don't think Canada is going to root for me. I really loved that honesty because I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, well, no, because, I'm the hero. Blah, blah,
He hates the casuals.
And I did love how he was like, I don't think they're going to root for me. So I did appreciate that. I guess I'm concerned because even if you're right in that he's playing a character, which I do think he is playing it up for this intro thing and all that, just when he was doing normal interview talking, he was intense. And I feel like if that's the way he talks to people, is just super intense, it's maybe a little disarming and a little oh, I don't know about this guy. So I do feel like if that's just who he is, even if he's not an evil mastermind, it might be hard for him to, you know, connect with people. He did say he has a girlfriend, right? So,
he's gonna bend the truth. I think he said that they're gonna
Yeah, he's
have a
married.
ring,
Right. So I do feel like the fact that he like has, number one, has a girlfriend in real life, has like friends who are like vouching for him and saying like this is who he actually is, blah blah blah, goes to show that like he can get along with people. He's not this like crazy evil person or whatever. So like I do think that Robin's right and that he's probably like, you know, just playing it up for the cameras.
What is this quest I'm doing?
Is he going to try and play it up on the show if he's in the house?
This is a side
fun
quest,
and be
right?
like that entertaining character, or is he going to? Is it just going to be like a DR personality, or you know, is he going to have trouble, you know, bonding with people in the house? Like that. Those are all the questions I had while watching it. So I didn't feel comfortable picking him, but I do like the idea that it's like he's just. I don't know, he's not afraid to just like be a villain. I think that sort of thing is kind of fun. As long as it's for fun and they're not actually like a bad person, I think that it's like, you know, you've got like your Dr. Wills and things like that where people want to root for you because you're a fun villain and you recognize you're playing a villain rather than just being a bad person.
Again, from what I hear from people I trust, one of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I don't know. I might be higher on him if he wasn't one of the nicest guys ever. I feel like there is some upside here in that I don't think that he necessarily will be the first out or anything like that. I think he absolutely could find a crew, bond with people over their fandom of the show, and even make a deep run. For me, it's honestly his win equity. You know, can he actually get there and win jury votes just on this archetype? This archetype does not win Big Brother Canada. It's not really shown that it can until this point. You know, every status is status. But you know, I that's concerning to me. It's like, who does he beat? You know, who does he beat in the final two? That's the thing, and certainly especially if he is just the nicest guy, and that's it. Like, he needs to drive the game, I think, if he wants to really, you know, be able to win it, and that's where I'm like, I just don't know who's driving in this aspect.
I'm getting a little bit of like Ryan Valentine. Well, that's funny you say that, Ahmad, because when he was asked who would you play most like, he named Ryan Valentine as his pick. So. You know, we're gonna
he named
Josh
Ryan?
Singing with an F joke.
He named Ryan?
And explained why he liked the gameplay, correct?
I think we all, like, even Ryan jokes about, like, hey, for all you new people who are watching, you know, my season and found me on Twitter, like, I recognize I made a big mistake, you know, blah, blah, you don't need to tell me. I thought that was hilarious. And so, but the fact that he's like, yeah, no, but I like that. It's
If
like,
he's memeing, again, I'm a sucker for meme. I will hate that. If he's serious,
yeah.
Alright, was there anything else on Kevin?
Kevin can wait.
Kevin can't wait. He's ready. Okay. Alright, Betty, Helena, Marty, and Stephanie come back to
This is a pretty
Taryn,
big fight for a
Leah,
side
and
quest.
Melissa.
Yes. All right. So yet again, I'm torn between two picks here, and the read could be completely wrong on both picks. But for me, it's like, do I go with yet again like a bolder pick, somebody that I think is going to be playing more aggressively, or somebody that I think could really lie low, fit in, and make a deep run. And I think I have to just complete my bold team, and I'm gonna go with Betty.
Eddie.
Okay.
Okay. Business B.
What the fuck?
Betty is here. Yes. You know, I feel like the winner of BB Can 10 is gonna be entertaining, and so you know, Jay, Betty, I feel like is a good team here. I think that there's potential here in Betty. One of the things that she said was that she is going to be working hard in every competition, not throwing any competitions, trying to win them. I like that. Again, competition is huge. I like that she was very energetic. She had a lot of energy in her video videos. She seems like somebody that's going to be hopefully an active player and somebody that's not going to be lying down and taking any kind of direction of the game that's against what she wants. So that's kind of it for me. I hope that she is somebody that's going to get in there and play, but we're reaching the end here.
Does anybody feel strongly about Betty? I didn't feel that strongly about her. I think she's like the first person that's on the website tonight. Maybe that's a spoiler.
That's the alphabetical order right there.
Yeah, the alphabetical. I don't know. I didn't really do much from her. I don't know. Nothing really stood out to me. I'm trying to remember any shit. I can't wait. Even my notes are hard to remembering. So I don't know about Betty.
She kind of reminded me on like first impression of like Victoria. I just felt like she kind of has that like big personality and like big choices.
Last year?
About last year?
Yeah. She's just Victoria energy. Like I'm in.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I saw some parts of it that reminded me of it, and then some parts I was like, oh, I don't know. So it could be that way, I don't know. But yeah, I felt like she has a big personality. Once again, my thought is like, is she gonna attack the people? Is she gonna clash? I don't know. But I do agree with Amon that like a lot of like Big Brother related stuff that she talked about didn't really stand out to me. It was more just like, oh, she's a big personality. Oh, she like has funky clothes or whatever. So like I don't know how I feel about her, and so I just didn't have a strong opinion one way or the other. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I think at this point in the draft, picking someone, Taryn, that says I'm gonna not throw, I'm gonna try my best to win like as much as I can.
So what is he?
And still also in talking about strategy mentions, potentially something that could work. I'm gonna create social, we're trying to align with like-minded people, and then beast out some comp. That's not a bad pick here. What? Pick number 13. Yeah. So it's about as much as you can do with the picks here. I'm excited to see Betty. I'm excited to learn from Betty and get to know Betty. So I think that's going to be fun. I think Betty could be a surprise on feats potentially. But this is the pitfalls of the bios, is that you don't immediately jump out with these short bios. If there's not a big headline, it's so hard to form an opinion around you, and then we just have to wait and see. And again, hope that we're being proven wrong is all we can ask for. And this season, more than a lot of other seasons, I'm not mad if pretty much any person on this cast proves me wrong. I'm really loving the cast this season. So I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We are up to the fourth draft. We are back to Puya. Okay. Well, let me tell the audience who Puya is torn over.
Yes.
Alina, Marty, or Stephanie.
Correct. Two of my top 8 are still here.
Wow.
It's been a wild draft. I will tell you this. Top 5 was like, all right, winners, and then like the next bit was like, okay, people I like, people I'm intrigued by. Went 5 to 8. They're both in the 5 to 8 section. I really want to pick her. I really want to pick her. But also, I know she's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm intrigued to see her. I just don't think she's going to win, which is the objective of this draft.
Okay.
So if Melissa gets her, if the audience gets her, I'm happy one of you gets an amazing person, and I can't wait to talk on her when the time comes. I'm picking.
Can we stop down for Melissa, how you feeling? You have the needles?
You're muted.
I'm not gonna say.
Okay. I'm picking Later Days. Give me Party Marty. I'm picking Marty. I loved him. I don't know what it is with him. I've been drawn in. I love him so much. He seems like he's a lot of fun. He's got dad jokes. He's physically fit for someone, in the later days of the Big Brother realm. I love seeing that he's watching the show. I love seeing that he's keeping fit. I'm intrigued by him. I just enjoyed him. I love hearing his voice. I think he's going to be fun. If he's survives the first couple of weeks, if he survives the first couple of weeks, my man Marty's got something brewing. And honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him play. I'm hoping he's not gone on Thursday, because I want to see him on feet. And I will be robbed if he's not on feet. So please.
Yeah, I like Marty too. I think he's gonna come out and do pretty well. And he's a coach, and I think that he can play to that level. But then he says that he wants to kind of have a diabolical side, and I just feel like that what I worry about on these shows is if you are sort of the coach, the dad. I mean, literal coach in Survivor, South Pacific. Then when you sort of then turn on your pupils, I mean, this is great for Luke Skywalker in the sequel trilogy. When you turn on your pupils, they really resent you for that.
I agree. I mean, I feel like
That was a tough fight.
At first, I wasn't really that interested in him when I first saw the ET Canada interview, and I was kind of just like, okay, whatever. Then I saw his intro video, and I did really like what I saw. I felt like, at first, I was worried, will he be able to connect with everyone else? He's the older guy, quote unquote. And then, I saw that he was a coach, and I saw that he was hanging out with his kids, and just seemed like he could really vibe with younger people, and he didn't seem old at all. And so I felt like that was really good. There's a few things that concerns me, I guess. He said he won't be.
Check it out. It looks like I was right. The Zeniths left these things here to draw in machines and protect the approach to their base.
Fake, which I feel like is very important in the house. And if you're going to sit there and be like, I'm all about honesty, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to, whatever, that can cause a problem. Also, he said he likes to play pranks, which is a huge thing for me. I hate that. So that's really the main reason why I would say no to him. But
that's not your favorite player is James Hewlett. Come on.
Oh God, I love him. So but overall, I think he
So Helena's really gonna go undrafted?
really well, and even being an older guy, I think the question is, will they give him a chance to do it?
Yeah, well, Josh mentioned, listen, I'm looking for someone older to align with that no one would expect. Party Marty, right here, ready to go. As far as the fake thing goes, I did love the joke that followed. So maybe I just focused on the joke when he's like, yeah, when they leave and they're like, I love you. Sometimes I don't even say that to my wife. I was on the floor laughing. I just think he's going to be a lot of fun. I really do think he's going to be a lot of fun. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, for me, I don't think that we have to worry too much about Marty early on. I think that the issue is that, I don't think Marty wins. That's kind of the trajectory of this character. If he is what we think he is, which is, the lovable dad archetype, then no, nobody's going to waste an early HOH on him, but is he going to have the social capital to pull off a play to make the end game work for him? Probably not, which means that his best case scenario is usually just hoping to win out the last few competitions, because nobody's going to take him to a final two because they'd lose to him, or they'd feel that way. And so, that's kind of, I think we'll probably see a lot of him. He'll probably be Canada's darling, right? That's kind of the
Canadian Kevin Schleuber.
Exactly, yeah. But can he win? That's the tricky bit.
No, this is the inverse, okay? We had Summer of Steve 2018. This is the inverse. It's Winter of Marty 2022.
I think we're going to have the Steve of Summer this season.
The Steve of Summer, it's the Winter of Marty.
I will say, I thought that it was hilarious when he was talking about, I don't like being fake. I see people saying, I love you on this show. I don't even tell my wife I love her whenever she leaves the house. And then in the next segment, she's like, no, showman, I'm in a loving relationship with my wife.
You have to fix it. You have to fix damage control,
So I think he's definitely going to be a lot of fun. The accent sort of
worries me just a little bit because I do think maybe in Canada not so much because I feel like maybe Canadians are a little bit more used to hearing people that sound the way that he sounds. But I know here in America, accents can sometimes be a bit of a detriment to someone's game because you have to take more time to understand what it is that they're saying, and it's just more of it's just an extra barrier. It's not like an end-all be-all, but it is something that it's a hurdle that you have to overcome that other people do not. So I do worry about that just a smidge, and I do worry about the winner's equity in the end. But I mean, I think that he could be generally likable. I just hope that he doesn't try to over-explain his thought process as a fraud inspector. I hope that he doesn't take that role too seriously. Like, don't try to list out all the reasons and all the studying that you've done on why this person needs to be the person to go home, because then you out next.
He's keeping that a secret. He mentioned he doesn't want them to know he's a fraud investigator.
Maybe some of BB4 Jack in him and that.
Oh.
He strikes me as the guy that, like, every week the person that's getting evicted is going to hang out with him because he's the only one that's going to, like, really give him the time of day.
That's so sad.
Okay, alright. So, come back to Melissa. She started it all off. She got Kyle Moore. Then, she's gonna close it all down.
Yep. Yeah.
You have either one of two picks, Helena or Stephanie. The audience gets who you do not choose. And Dom.
Yes. This has been a great draft for me because I got my first, second, and now fourth pick.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I don't know how this
Playlist for
happened.
fools tonight.
I guess I did. Well, we'll see who wins, but you know, so far so good. I'm shocked. I'm picking Helena.
Oh, really? Whoa.
So
That's the right pick.
I
I
thought she was gonna go
really, I thank you, Kuya, for letting me have her. I knew you were interested. I really liked her. I think I got a little thrown off in her intro video when she talked about like living at home and like had that whole segment about like not being able to like do anything.
What's an Outlander doing all the way out here?
Clearing the valley? You must be one of the missing Tenakth. Everyone thought you were dead.
Nearly. Dax and Kanala. Are they...
Kanala's alive. Marshal Yvira pulled her out.
Speaking of...
Aloy!
Yvira. Couldn't stay away, could you?
And miss my chance to hunt the champion in the Valley of the Fallen? Never. And I see you found
Fuck's
Now
that?
this looks like a fight.
Oh shit.
You with
What's
me,
wrong?
Marshal? My
Alright, let's pause this real quick.
Thing.
Oh, we're fighting against
I did
those.
not love that, but
Shit.
I felt like overall, I thought she was fun and funny and like had, you know, self-deprecating, and I felt like she would
First, I have to take out
easy
the
to get
machines.
along with.
Then I can override the lore.
And so yeah, I really liked her. I thought she was smart. I don't know. I had good feeling about her. I think that the thing that threw me off was that she
Oh, I'm
was
out.
her parents and like it's basically like has them. And I think like part of it is like she initially called herself like a walking talking disaster as like her like three things. It's kind of like oh ha ha ha, you know, that's cute. But then it's like she keeps like harping on the fact that she's like a mess, and I feel like I don't love that so much. But putting that aside, overall I got good vibes from her, and I really do hope that, you know, she does well.
Yeah. I love Lena.
Yeah, I will.
Second generation Punjabi comes in here very
Oh, she's
excited,
gonna
very
win.
fun. Her video was a lot of fun, and I loved everything I got from her.
Off.
She self-describes herself as basic and says, you know, I'm just going to be relatable. I very much related to everything Helena was putting down, by the way. Here were the reasons why I ended up not picking Helena. Helena said, I'm not really thinking I'm going to do well in the physical comp set. I'm not really been physically active in the last 3 years, but I have a big heart, which I agree, she does have a big heart. Now, a lot of Helena's game might hang in the balance as far as, are these comps going to be a little bit more out? Do I think Helena's going to play the game? Yes. Do I think Helena's going to try to go for it? Yes. But if we're looking at the final, you know, go through here, and there's competitions, do I think Helena's going to be able to clutch comps? Potentially not. Helena's the one, especially being 15th pick here, if Helena proves go first and win the whole thing. I love it. Best 15 pick of all time. This is phenomenal.
Pick of all time.
So good.
But by the way, I do want to clarify, there's nothing wrong with your parents. It was the thing for me was the helplessness that she described as coming with that. It was like, oh, well, I have my mom do everything, and I'm always doing stuff with my mom, and then like the segment of her being like, Mom, that stuff was like, okay, how's she gonna do in a house on her own for the first time? Like,
This is
will
a whole
she
show
annoy
about
the house
getting
guests?
stuff for you.
Well, my concern is like, will she annoy the house guests by being like, I can't do laundry, or I can't like cook, you guys are gonna take care of me, or basically, I'm not gonna clean up.
Damn,
That's
let
the
me
concern.
fucking activate it.
Not that
Thank
she's
you.
living with her parents and I'm like looking down on that or something. It's literally just that I don't know how other people will handle her if she wants them to like act like her parents.
Yeah, so when I was talking about like how Tanisha said that she was gonna try to be like this personality, I just don't see it for you. I totally see it for Alina. I do like it's giving tits, which isn't always bad. I mean, like look, Carrot tried to play the ditzy game and she ended up doing pretty well with it, and then she ended up getting to the end and winning. So if she can sort of like emulate that without actually emulating it into maybe there's something to be said about that as well. I mean, she's a fan of the show. She's watched before, so I don't think that she's going into this completely blind. I think she's very self-aware. I mean, for you to be that self-deprecating, yes, some of it is political. It's also just being self-aware and like knowing your weak spots and where you fall short. So I think as long as she plays to that and tries to remain as relatable as possible, I can see her being an easy, person to put up, but not necessarily one down. And those types of players are always really, really dangerous because they make it to the end, and the next thing you know, they have such a...
There's a recording here.
Hey, shithead. I got a task for you.
There.
The Julius is ready to serve. Shut up and do what you're told. Use the indigenous robots to keep this place clear of local vermin. I'll do it myself, but Gerard says I have to stay focused, so have some fun for the both of us, huh?
Will do, Benefactor Visser. You can count on the Julius.
So Eric left a simple AI in charge of the lures. Looks like it shut itself down when I overrode the last one. Well, I shall let Avira know the valley's clear. This'll be in my stash when I need it.
With the champion, any machine can be killed. I'll be right back. She needs a medic, but she'll live. Thanks to you. Gotta say, every time we meet is the best day ever for fighting. That battle was something else. And those weird machines. Do you think there'll be more?
No. I figured out what was causing the machines to gather in the valley, and put a stop to it.
Oh, good news for the clan then.
You don't want to fight more of those things, Avira. They're not like other machines. Masters they answer to see people as... inconveniences. They'd kill anyone without a second thought. And eventually I'll have to deal with them.
The lights offshore. Is that from them?
Yeah. It's a kind of shield to protect the island. The machines drawn to this valley were meant to kill anyone who got close.
Meaningless slaughter. But definitely something for a champion, not a marshal. Here, take this then. It might help with what lies ahead.
Thank you. The valley should be safe enough for a while. But you have to tell the rest of the Tenakth to stay as far away from that island as possible.
By the champion's word. I hope our paths cross again, Aloy.
Alright, so that's that mission. So we have some skill points. I guess we'll just wrap up this skill tree. Just to get it done. So why not? Oh. Is that the last thing? No, just a few more. Either way. Wait, what is this? That's not the greatest. Okay, though. So, like, I don't know how much I really want to explore this area. Considering, it does feel like it's probably endgame related. So I'm trying to think. So, where do I want to go? Fenrise. I guess that's probably where we'll go. I think there. Is there a Tallneck? There's one there and there's one there. Is that really it? It's still weird that we can't even do this one, yet we have like the entire area already pretty much done. So does that mean, I just realized, does that mean story one then? I don't know. Either way, I mean, we're done for tonight. Again, I'll be back tomorrow. Again, don't have much going on tomorrow for work, so we'll just play this. Probably tomorrow after work, I'll also play this. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. There's a thing here. But yeah. Next episode. Continue on. For now, thank you for watching.